If you're looking to be a sales rock star, guess what? You showed up to the right place right now. What we're going to talk about today is visualizing the sales process when you're selling over the phone. You have to visualize the sales process from a point A to a point B. See, that's what sales rock stars do, is they don't jump on a phone call haphazardly, hoping that they're going to get to the end of the phone call. Right now in front of me, I've got the game Candyland. I used to love playing this game as a kid. I used to really enjoy getting to King Candy's castle. Sounds funny now, but back then when I was a kid, all my attention was not just to be walking around aimlessly. I had a direction when I was a young kid, and that direction was to get from the start as quickly as possible to the end. Because guess what? Not only did I get to King Candy's castle, but I ended up being a winner. See, in sales, this is how you should view the sales process. You should view it as a point A to a point B. So as I'm going through the sales process, and as I'm talking to my customer, as I'm talking to the prospect, I'm making sure of two things. I'm making sure, number one, that I'm not wasting my time. Number two is at the end, I'm making sure that I'm talking to someone that has a problem, who is the decision maker. Because if I'm talking to somebody that has a problem and they are the decision maker, then at that point, I can view the end. I can view not just the start, I can view the middle, and I can view the end. But at the end of the day, it all starts at the very beginning. It starts at the end of the day looking to see if at the end of the day you can save this person money or you can put them in a better position. See, if you can save the person money or you can put them in a better position, then you got to go. You got to go to King Candy's castle. You got to visualize yourself at the end of the day putting that person in a better situation. Either it's financially or it's a better position that they need to be in. That's the sales process. You have to start visualizing right from the beginning. I see so many salespeople that get on the phone and they just start aimlessly talking and hoping that they get to the end. And guess what? They think they're doing it. They get all the way here, and guess what happens? They find out that they weren't talking to the decision maker. Uh-oh. They just were dealt a peppermint card. Time to go back. You're not going to get this one. Or I've seen salespeople that end up talking too much. They get to the very end and they think they've got it, but guess what? The customer has to leave. They have to go. They were so close, but they talk too much. See, when you're talking to a prospect, you want to go ahead and use stories to paint pictures in your sales process. That's very, very important. But here's the advice. Your stories have to be 15 to 20 seconds. If they're 15 to 20 seconds, your stories, for examples, will allow you to move down the path. So when I look at Candyland now, I don't just see a game. See, what I see is I see a process that when I start, my goal is to see the end. If I can't see the end, then I can't play the game. See, that's how you as a salesperson have to view the sales process. So the second that you get on the phone with a prospect, you have to quickly uncover the problem. And once you uncover the problem, then and only then can you get to King Candy's castle. So at the end of the day, going forward, you're not talking about product or service. See, that's what a lot of lounge acts do, is they jump on a phone and they start just talking, they start trying to connect, they start trying to find some common ground, but at the end of the day, they're quickly trying to talk about the product or the service. Don't do that. Look for the problem. Sell the problem, not the solution. That's where a sales rock star separates themselves from the lounge act and from the opening act. Is at the end of the day, they know that their sole purpose is to sell the problem. If they can find the problem, then they keep uncovering the problem even more. They start trying to figure out what they need to do in order to get to the very end. Let me give you an example. What about if you were selling cars? What about if you were at, let's just say, a BMW dealership, and the individual walked in looking at the BMW cars? See, what a lounge act is going to do is they're going to quickly walk up to the prospect, to the individual. Oh, it looks like you need a new car. What are you looking for? They're going to start that. Oh, I'm looking, I'm just kind of looking. Oh, okay, well, look at this car. It's awesome, man. It's blue. It goes fast. It's a convertible. They start talking about the product or the service. They're just trying to sell somebody. See, the prospect knows that. At the end of the day, going forward, here's how a sales rock star would approach this. At the end of the day, if there's a sale to be made, the one selling the car knows that they're going to make the sale if there's a sale there in the first place. So this individual walks into this BMW dealership. You're selling BMW cars. And the rock star walks up to you. One of the first things that the rock star is going to try to find out is this. The sales rock star is going to try to find out what that individual has right now. So let's just say I was driving a Cadillac Escalade. So all of a sudden now we've uncovered that this gentleman has a Cadillac Escalade, but they're in a BMW dealership. So do we just stop there? We did a little fact find. Let's now we know what they have. Let's just try to sell them something. No. See, what I want you to get you to understand is this: is you have to go several layers deeper. This is where the discovery process is so important, because if you get the discovery process right, guess what? You will get to King Candy's castle. You'll get there if you have a strong discovery and you find the problem. Because once you find the problem, then you're able to uncover the solution. So let's say that I, the sales rock star, found out that the prospect in front of me has a Cadillac Escalade. I asked them how long they've owned their Cadillac Escalade. They tell me 5 years. You want to know what to do next? Let's dig deeper. What did you have before the Cadillac Escalade? And then I find out that the prospect has had another Cadillac Escalade. They owned another one previous to that for 7 years. So now I have somebody in front of me at this BMW dealership that's now owned a Cadillac Escalade for 11 years. Do you think this person likes a Cadillac Escalade? Of course they do. They've had one for 11 years. That's some really good information. But also, why are they in my dealerships for BMWs? I have to start asking them what they've liked about their Cadillac Escalade. I've got to dig deeper, because guess what? At the end of the day, I'm going to also find out what they didn't like. And I'm going to find out what they didn't like and see if I can solve that problem. Because guess what? If I can solve that problem that they're having right now with their current vehicle, guess what? I'm going to be able to sell them the solution. That's the key to selling, is to be able to view the start and the finish. You have point A and you have point B. Just like Candyland. You've got to start and you've got to finish. But if you're not very careful, at the end of the day, you find yourself talking too much. You find yourself not doing a discovery. You find yourself talking too much about the product or the service that you're selling. And guess what? You're quickly drawing the card that's actually knocking you back. I don't want that to happen to you. I want you to be a sales rock star, because I know that you're a sales rock star deep down inside. If you're watching this video, there's a sales rock star inside you. And right now you have to start visualizing the start and the finish. Once you've visualized that start and that finish, when you get on that phone call, your job is to now start uncovering the problem. Because guess what? If I can uncover the problem and I have a process in place, I'll get to the finish. I don't have to worry about that. I don't have to hope for it. I don't have to wish for it. It's going to happen. So my advice to you, if you want to be a sales rock star, is this. Start visualizing every single phone call. From the second that you get on that phone call, your job is to visualize the end. If you can't visualize the end, you have to keep digging further. You have to keep digging further to find out the problem. Because once you uncover that problem, at the end of the day going forward, the prospect is going to do something. Once you uncover that problem, the prospect is going to end up begging you for the solution. That's the key to being a sales rock star, is sell the problem, not the solution, and always visualize point A to point B. If you can't visualize it at the very beginning of the phone call, you have to keep asking more and more questions. So get out there, sell the problem, not the solution, and be the sales rock star and be everything that you can be.